Ladies and gentlemen, I must say, it's time for NJ1ST to pack their bags and head back to the dark hole they crawled out of. It seems your discerning citizens have grown wise to their green charade. You see, NJ1ST promised us the world with their wind energy, but it turned out to be nothing more than snake oil, unreliable and unsustainable. They spoke of green energy, but the people see through their veil of false promises. Wind turbines towering over our seascape, disrupting our serene shoreline, all in the name of their so-called green energy. But are they truly green? No, my dear friends, they are a sham.
How about that for an intro? Credits go to Save the Ocean from Big Wind, a Facebook page where I came across that video. And welcome back to another episode of the NJ1ST podcast. My name is Ryan McDonald. Please like and comment on this video. Tell me what you'd like me to cover, go into, or invite any candidates or grassroots leaders on the podcast. And any Democrats, third party, anybody. I'm willing to have that free speech conversation. And today we're going to go into the offshore New Jersey wind farm project is delayed. Ørsted. Danish developer Ørsted officially delayed the Ocean Wind 1 project off the coast of New Jersey until at least 2026. And I remember people posting about the stock, that it tanked. The stock of the major offshore wind company Ørsted is down 20% this week. This was just yesterday, after the company revealed its 3 developments in the U.S. waters may be $2.3 billion less valuable than anticipated. I guess that's the reason why they're delaying it and asking for more money now, it seems. And well, I'm going to read that, but right here, somebody reminds us in 2021, the date for the federal side agreed to work with Ørsted. Jay Sampson lets us know that President Joe Biden and his administration announced plans to expand offshore wind power, including Ørsted. And so I believe, remembering from Governor Murphy signing that tax credit, the subsidies for the foreign company Ørsted, the Danish company Ørsted, so our American taxpayer dollars will go to them. It's a federal taxpayer dollars. It's federal money, as well as New Jersey taxpayer dollars, but it's from the federal side of things. So Biden's involved in scrolling down even more affordable energy for New Jersey. Yesterday put out saying the company is seeking additional tax breaks to minimize losses on its American projects. If you don't think Biden's going to shill more out for these foreign companies, I wouldn't put it by them. Company officials say that they did consider canceling the project entirely, but they still believe it's going to be profitable in the long run. Governor Murphy said he wasn't surprised, and he stayed constant contact.
I'm a proud Democrat for sure, and a cold-blooded capitalist. And a cold-blooded capitalist.
They're liars. The Democrats are liars, and at least on the Republican side, sorry for all the clicking, Jeff Van Drew and other Republicans, they have been outspoken against it with the moratorium bill as well. They met on the steps of Trenton Annex. These projects are profit-driven, damaging to our oceans, negatively impact our national security, and cause utility bills to skyrocket. And that's correct. And this may be a big blow to Democrats in the November election. And that's what they're trying to pick up all the pieces from. In the Wake Up New Jersey Twitter spaces or X spaces that we have, we've been speaking about how the Democrats are now backstepping on the parental rights. They're backstepping on the LGBT curriculums, backstepping on the wind farms. So we'll see if this ends up backstepping the Democrats in New Jersey. Make sure to follow NJ1ST on X, formerly known as Twitter. I was scrolling down the timeline and found Victoria Flynn, Legislative District 13 Assemblywoman from New Jersey, was out campaigning with other Republicans where they marched to protect the Jersey Shore from industrialization that will cause irreparable harm to marine life, fishing industry, the priceless vistas, and increase energy costs. Save the shore. So she was down in the Highlands areas. I wonder where that is. And she was out with Steve Dinistrian, that's her right there, Victoria Flynn, and Jerry Schaffenberger. To be honest, I'll give credit right here. Raymond Hernandez, probably the most active out of all these people here. I see him everywhere at grassroots events, and just this year he's actually running for Legislative District 20 right here. He's putting his hat in, but I'm telling you, he's been active all over the place. Credits that man. Been more active than even all these people who are the leaders. But good that these people are running. Steve Nistrian's going up against Vin Gopal. Gary Schaffenberger, not really sure about him, but he's been standing up to the wind farms and Governor Murphy. Victoria Flynn, I heard her speech at Shirley Mayacusick's U.S. Senate campaign launch, and I'm just going to keep this short and say I hated it. But it's great that she is supporting local fishermen. She's saying no to offshore and wind. She's against the Democrats. She's, that's good. It is very good that she's out there, grassroots campaign supporting. She has to, compromise and can't please everyone. But I really did not like her speech at the campaign kickoff. While those Republicans hit the ground campaigning, Jack Ciattarelli took to the sky a couple of weeks, right? Past couple of weeks, I'm sure people saw this. And NJ Democrats are pushing gender ID in schools, fight back, identify as a Republican in November. This is good campaign messaging from Jack. He's still in it for 2025. Let's see if anybody takes him on, but he's putting up the work. And while people are on the ground against the offshore wind farms campaign, he's in the skies campaigning for the parental rights. And we have Doug Steinhardt and Testa in the fight for both those wind farms and parental rights as well. So I guess you have to say that the NJGOP, what's the saying? Never late but sorry. What's that saying? Better late than never. Before I finish this short episode of the NJ First podcast, I'd like to remind you all to please subscribe to the YouTube and Rumble. Follow on Facebook. I'm on all social medias at NJ First, at Ryan McDonald USA. Collab with me. I'm working on NJFirst.com, putting out a lot of content and working full time at the same time. Here we have Scott Pressler, New Jersey, removed 100,000 from voter rolls. So they got rid of these either deceased voters, people who moved out of state. So they cleaned up some voter rolls, and there's now a 970,000 advantage for Democrats. Still some of those are non-voters, people who are deceased or as well. Voter rolls still need to be cleaned up, but there is a huge, huge lead, no matter how you look at it, to Democrats. To break it down even further for the Republican side, Trenton News Network reports from August 1st to September 1st, all of South Jersey's looking pretty darn good with registration of Republicans in comparison to registration to Democrats. I believe that's what this margin is showing. Here is LD 16, Grace Zhang, and Mike Pappas. I don't know the third person running there, but in North Jersey, up here, Hunterdon and Mercer County area. It's good that those numbers are up there. That's Andrew Zwicker and Roy Freeman. If Republicans flip that district, it'll get national attention. And also because Andrew Zwicker is, I'll just show you that right now. Let's look up what I was wanting to show you. Andrew Zwicker and Sue Altman. Sue Altman is a far left extremist, former Republican of NJGOP. She's with the Working Families Alliance, I believe, is a third party that helps Democrats, basically. It's not like the Libertarians. If you believe this or not, more Libertarians actually vote Republican or independent. So she's with the far leftists, and she wanted to let us all know that she had a delightful breakfast today at the Rustin Center at Princeton. Special event we should all attend, the Banned Books Brunch with Andrew Zwicker. They're still going on this spiel about books being banned. We're banning books like the Nazis, throwing books in the fire in a pit. And in reality, it's parents standing up to these fascist Democrats, these LGBT transhuman Democrat. I can't even go off without editing more. But they're pushing it still hard. They're doubling down, and this is a 2024 Democrat candidate right here, Sue Altman, going up against NJ07. That's our newly elected Tom Kean Jr., weak Tom Kean Jr. I don't care if you guys like the way that he's been doing his congressional first term. He's weak, all right? And Sue Altman is just going to grift and get a lot of money to run against him, okay? And, well, she's showing her cards early. And it'd be nice if Tom Kean Jr., pushed back right away and helped LD16, Mike Pappas, and Grace Zhang, all of them, make a social media post, something like that. How about that? Andrew Zwicker's got to go. All right. And that's LD16. To finish up, LD38 is Northeast New Jersey. Looks like they're doing a good job over there registering Republicans. Let's see if it, again, there's still a big margin of Democrats, but let's see if the offshore wind farms and the parental rights, the Board of Ed, push back. The grassroots, they either abstain from voting Democrat or they vote Republican. It'll be interesting to see November. Thanks for watching this episode of the NJ First Podcast. Please leave a comment, ask me to cover something, look into something. I know someone's been mentioning COLA, COLA, cost of living adjustment, and I believe the way he wants me to look into it is it's formed around Social Security, so those who are retired, right? And the Social Security payouts are not being keeping up with the rate of inflation. I believe that's the COLA. So if anybody wants to talk about that, maybe I'll look into that more. Yeah, thanks for watching the NJ First Podcast.